welcome to another episode of Disney Movie Investigation. If this is your first time watching, welcome to the show. On each episode, we take a look at a movie that is featured on Disney+. On this episode, we're taking a look at an early Disney Channel original movie as we take a look at Bride of Boogedy. And stay tuned for our bonus story as we take a look at the Disney Channel original show, Kids Incorporated. And if you are enjoying these videos, I do ask that you please hit that subscribe button. That way you'll be notified with each new episode. Now, sit back and enjoy this episode of Disney Movie Investigation. Like I said, today we are covering Bride of Boogedy. This movie aired on the Wonderful World of Disney on April 12th, 1987. It was directed by Oz Scott. It was written by Michael Janover. The production companies were Michael Janover Oz Productions and Walt Disney Television, and it aired on ABC. In terms of the production history, I could not find any kind of tales or stories about how this movie was made. But in terms of the cast, we have Richard Masur, who plays Carlton Davis. We have Mimi Kennedy, who plays Eloise Davis. Tommy Lauren, who plays Jennifer Davis. David Faustino, who plays Corwin Davis. Leonard Frey, who plays Walter Witherspoon. Howard Witt, who plays William Hanover, a.k.a. Mr. Boogedy. And Vincent Shanelli, who plays Lazarus the Gravedigger. In terms of the plot, 1 year after the Davis family defeated the hideous ghost of Mr. Boogedy, the evil spirit returns once again from beyond the grave by haunting the dreams of the Davis children. Determined to get his revenge by requiring his magic cloak, as well as seek a new mate for himself in his own hellish afterlife. Can Mr. Boogedy be stopped this time? In terms of recommending this movie is absolutely terrible. The story is a complete mess. There is no character development, and unfortunately, unless you've seen the first movie, it is so confusing in terms of what the rules of the story are, in terms of what Mr. Boogedy can do and not do. The movie, I feel, is a mashup of 4 different ideas, because you have a Bride of Frankenstein type storyline that gets brought up very early on, but then never brought up again until the last 10 minutes of the movie. And then you have a kind of a town square whodunit mystery thing that's kind of lingering underneath everything, but really not developed at all. So the fact is, this is what Disney Plus is able to get those early Disney Channel movies, ABC Wonderful World of Disney movies. But unfortunately, like with this one, I just would not recommend it. It is unfortunately it's not even laughingly bad. It's just like horribly bad. Like, it's not even watchable. So I would give this one a solid pass, unfortunately. But let's move on to more positive things as we talk about Kids Incorporated. This was an American kids TV show that ran from the mid-'80s until the early '90s. This show was aimed at youth and had a strong musical component with each episode. The original pilot was shot in 1983 and was pitched to several networks by Thomas W. Lynch and Gary Beeler. The show would find a home temporarily at the MGM United Artists Entertainment Company television for syndication. The show would be canceled, though, very quickly on December 26, 1985. But it was given a chance when the Disney Channel acquired the rights and would resume production. The show would run until 1993, with the last episode being aired on January 9th, 1994. It would remain on repeats on the Disney Channel until 1996. In terms of the show, each show would revolve around a group of teenagers that formed a band and a rock, almost like a rock group, but it was almost like a throwback to like the Partridge Family type band. The show would deal with issues from a variety of like different kind of seriousness in terms of topics. It would deal with peer pressure, child abuse. It would deal with kind of friendship themes like that, typical at the time. Each episode, though, would include 5 songs with a variety of genres. I watched the first couple episodes. They do like Michael Jackson songs. They do songs from the 60s. They do rock songs. It's a huge variety. This show would actually start the careers of future stars, including Stacey Ferguson, Mario Lopez, Jennifer Love Hewitt, and Eric Balfour. They were all in the show. In terms of the show, the reason that it is not on DVD, I assume, is music rights. The show features all these songs from different artists, but The exception being, like with Glee, they would sign the music rights saying that we have the right to redistribute the music for DVDs and stuff like that, versus Kids Incorporated. I'm sure DVD releasing at the time wasn't even on anybody's mind. So that it would be, they would have to go back and get all these artists to reassign the rights, and I'm sure it just would be expensive, too expensive for what they would get out of it. The show is available on YouTube in its entirety. My only caution, if you go back to watch it, the pilot is very hard to watch because it is a VHS ripoff or cover, and the lighting is just very, very hard to watch because it's so bright. Because I think it's someone clearly just pointing a video camera at the television. It's just, again, so hard to watch. They did have VHS compilation tapes out there. I'm sure they're on eBay if you are a really hardcore fan, but definitely something to worth kind of check out the early days of Disney Channel. So thank you so much for joining us here on another episode of Disney Movie Investigation. I would love for anyone to leave a comment on what they think of Bride of Boogedy, as well as if they were a fan of the original Kids Incorporated. Would love to hear your favorite memory. So as we look forward to our next episode, we're going to be taking a look at a more real-life drama as we take a look at Boston Strangler. So until next time, I hope you have a magical day, and we will see you real soon.